This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for February 3, 2023, taxi driver gunned down in Portmore. A taxi operator was shot dead in the Silverstone community in Greater Portmore on Thursday evening. The murder happened about 7 p.m. on Thursday. The investigators are processing the scene, so we have no more details at this time, a representative of the police's corporate communication unit told the news. Edgerton Newman, president of the Transport Operators Development Sustainable Services, said this is the third murder involving a taxi operator in Portmore since the start of the year. This is not looking good, the third since the start of the year in Portmore. This is so tragic, Newman said. There were 57 murders involving taxi operators island-wide in 2022. US $1.4 million worth of ganja seized in Portmore. The Narcotics Police Division on Tuesday seized approximately 1,100 pounds of compressed ganja during an operation in Portmore, St. Catherine. The police say about 8:30 p.m., lawmen were in the area when they signaled the driver of a Honda step-wagon motor car to stop. The driver of the vehicle reportedly disobeyed the instruction of the police and sped off. The police team then pursued the driver, who later abandoned the vehicle and ran into bushes. A search of the vehicle was conducted, and 1,100 pounds of compressed ganja was allegedly found. The police say the illicit drug has an estimated street value of US $1.4 million. $8 million stolen, vandalized the ATM found hours after robbery. An ATM, which is believed to have contained more than $8 million, was discovered and destroyed on the compound of the Darlington Great House in Westmoreland on Thursday, several hours after a group of heavily armed men stole it from a service station in the community. The management of Jamaica's service station in Darlington, Westmoreland, are fearing that their establishment has now become a feeding tree for criminals after being the target of yet another robbery. Just 9 months ago, there was a major robbery at this same location where armed robbers entered the gas station, held us at gunpoint and robbed us, and now another incident where a group of men break into the place and took away the ATM machine, a manager told the news. The manager said that on this occasion, the crooks were able to spend more than half an hour robbing the establishment. We are all now living and working in fear. It is very hard for us to come to work each day because you don't know when someone is going to pounce upon you, he added. We are crying out for help here. We need some help. Early Thursday morning, about 12 heavily armed men broke into the Jameson's service station and stole the ATM, which is believed to have contained over $1 million along with other items. Surveillance footage captured the crooks driving into the service station compound about 2:30 a.m. They then used heavy machinery and power tools to cut the grill at the entrance of the service station and the mini-mart before entering the establishment and cutting away the large ATM, which was bolted to the floor. The bandits then proceeded to rob the mini-mart of cash, liquor, phone, accessories, and cigarettes before driving away. Thursday morning's robbery came weeks after a similar hit at a high-low food store's outlet in Fairview, Montego Bay. In that break-in, thieves made off with an estimated $2.5 million in cash taken from a Cambio, along with dozens of high-end smartphones, as well as millions in cash and other items from the supermarket. One police source told the news that, similar to the incident in Montego Bay, the thieves in Darlington used heavy-powered tools, crowbars, sledgehammers, and steel cutters to gain access to the premises and carry out the robbery. Someone must have seen. Nordia Edwards is convinced that someone must have heard her 9-year-old daughter Nikita Noel screaming as she was being murdered on Wednesday. Her only daughter was very loud, she said, so she is holding on to hope that someone heard or saw something that will lead to her killer being caught and convicted. The child's vicious murder dominated national discussions for much of Thursday and has been roundly condemned by many, including Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Education Minister Favour Williams, House Speaker Marisa Dalrymple Philibert, and the other members of the Parliament. Nikita's horrifying murder is a shock to our collective conscience and the sense of community and can only be described as evil, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said. My heart goes out to Nikita's family and the loved ones, and I am sure the entire Jamaica is praying for the family at this very sad time, he said. Our society must never become numb to the increasing barbarity of violent acts. The society must clearly define and defend the moral line by speaking out against and unequivocally condemning these violent acts and supporting measures that will bring the perpetrators to justice. For this reason, the government is urgently amending the Offences Against the Person Act to provide stiffer penalties for those who terrorize and prey upon our people, particularly vulnerable and innocent children. Such barbaric criminals must be in no doubt that the country wants them separated from the society, he said. Nikita, who was fondly called Joanna, would have celebrated her 10th birthday on March 1. It is believed that she was raped. Her body was found discarded in bushes by a search party launched after she went missing. She was wearing her entire Esher Primary School uniform, her backpack still on her back. She was not far from home. Joanna no deserve this. One daughter and them do her like that, the distraught mother screamed in agony on Thursday. She first had an inkling that something was wrong Wednesday evening when there was no sign of her daughter, even though her driver said he had dropped her off. She sounded an alarm and the search began. It ended badly. Edwards is appealing to anyone with information to come forward. If anybody in the community knows something, speak up. Speak up if anybody know anything, because people are always on the road. Somebody must see something, she begged. A man has been taken into police custody for his own safety after tempers flared in the community when word spread of Nikita's death. Up to press time, he had not been charged, so his name is being withheld. Investigators are comfortable to say that the person that is in custody is of prime interest to the investigation and are confident that a particular course will be taken soonest. Investigators are comfortable to say that the person that is in custody is of prime interest to the investigation and are confident that a particular course will be taken soonest, Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of Area 1, Clifford Chambers, said Thursday evening. We know that the mother's intimate partner, they had an issue between them, and that is one of the lines of inquiry which is being followed. He added that investigators will speak with 3 children who walked home from school with Nikita in the presence of their parents and representatives from the Child Protection and Family Services Agency. Those left shattered by Nikita's death include schoolmates at Esher Primary. Grief counselors were at the school on Thursday providing support. Principal Antoinette Wright told the news that Nikita had an award-winning personality. Nikita is a lover of life and quite polite. She was a team player and a leader, she said of the 4th grader who started attending the school 3 years ago. This situation has changed a lot of the emotions that we would normally have. We are deeply hurt, Wright added. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.